Were you acting really rowdy?
No, I'm not. Wasn't. So I was on the sidewalk at the time. I stepped into the street because I understood he was like, "You're being trespassed." I said, I stepped onto the street and I said, "So I'm being trespassed on a public place?" And he was like, "Yeah." So either you get out of here or we're going to lock you up. So I walked away.
Which club was this at?
He's saying Dicey's.
Dicey's.
Dicey's or Briney?
Whatever the Irish pub is across, adjacent from...
There's Briney and there's Dicey's. They're both...
Is it on the corner or...
It's adjacent, like right...
One is diagonal and
Capone's is right here, and then the Irish pub is right here.
Yeah, so it's Dicey's.
Dicey's.
Because Capone's is right here and Briney is right here. They're like this, not diagonal.
Like there's America's Backyard, there's Euro, and then there's the Irish pub. Dicey's.
But Lade's gone. That ends at like 3:30.
I actually have, so Officer Isaac actually works downtown. I just got him by air. He's heading here. And if there's going to be a formal complaint, it'd be the District 3 supervisor. So he's going to contact the supervisor.
Sergeant Malucci, but so I might as well just call him. He already said he wants to speak to Sergeant Malucci.
Okay.
I don't think we need Isaac down here because Isaac's...
No, we need Isaac down here.
I was eating my protein bar, waiting to go home when he like walks up behind me.
Oh. Made your day.
Or didn't.
Jonathan, are you injured? Do you need an ambulance or anything like that? Medical attention? Nothing like that right now? Okay.
I don't believe so. I mean, from the guy choking me, my neck is a little tight, but I wouldn't say like it's life-threatening or anything like that.
My suggestion also, if you still feel pain tomorrow, if you don't get checked out tonight, if you still feel pain tomorrow, make sure you get yourself checked out.
By emergency room or my doctor or my physician or...
Whatever you feel is appropriate.
Okay.
What happened is this, so I'm going to take you right through it. What do you do for... You work with police or federal?
We work with police, yeah. Well, Hollywood.
Gentleman said he had spoken to you about making a complaint. He was directed to come to the station.
Yeah, I directed him to come to the station for my supervisor, which was Sergeant Malucci, who I said you were to go over there and ask for the sergeant. The sergeant will come out and speak with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lady here who said that, oh, we're closed, and why did he tell you to come here? And she thought I was a threat to her unit and this, that, and the other.
Okay.
So I don't know who that was. But no, but if you go to the door...
All right, Sergeant Malucci...
Right, I went there, I rang the doorbell 3 times.
No, not the doorbell.
Sergeant Malucci is 26. We're all set then.
Okay. Right, I tried to do that, and then I came walking over to the car, and she was like,
oh yeah, well, definitely
back up.
People definitely want to come to the car, for sure. But,
well, she was here. That was the only unit I saw out here, so I figured, hey, how do I get in?
No problem. I'll lock my car and I got some stuff I got to take in there anyways, and then, you scared me the life out of me. I thought you said, like, Echo or something. I was like,
No.
Why is it Echo you telling me to come out there?
How about you,
hang out right there, that little, like, sitting area, and I'm going to go ahead and,
So now I'm out here sitting on the bench. They went inside to speak to whoever and told me to wait out here. It is now after 5 a.m.
I'm sorry.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? You all right?
Let's see. What's going on? I was at an Irish pub adjacent to Capone's. Briney's or something that starts with a C or whatever it is.
Capone's on the corner.
Correct. It was adjacent from Capone's. Like if you're Capone's, I'm the Irish pub.
Yeah,
so
there's Dicey's across the street on the opposite corner. That's Briney's.
Okay, so yeah, there's America's Backyard. There's like some like little biker bar, and then there's Euro, and then there's the Irish pub.
Yeah. Is that the pub you're at?
Yes, sir.
On the corner. Hang on one second, please. 36. Okay, so you were like caddy corner across the street from Capone's, this Irish pub, right?
Correct.
Which is Dicey Riley's. That's where it was.
Okay.
All right, so you're at Dicey's. What's going on?
I'm at Dicey's. I'm leaving the establishment. I'm walking out the door, and a male patron pushes me aggressively, like hard.
Why?
I have no clue. So I turn
Did you
around.
have no words with him earlier in the night, nothing like that?
Not at all.
Okay.
So I didn't have any drinks or anything in my hand. I'm just leaving, about to go home. I turn and I face him, and then he starts being aggressive. So then out of nowhere, you know, aggressive isn't like pushing me, getting in my face and so on. And
What's he
then
saying?
I'm not sure what he was saying. There's music playing. He was drunk.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
I'm just trying to
I'm not trying to speculate on his behalf or anything like that.
If you can tell me, so I got a
But
picture.
there was no reason for him to be
Put his hands on you.
like
Or
that.
even
So,
in your face.
so as I'm telling the story, I'm sober. I'm not sure if he's drunk or sober, but there's girls getting in front of us and so on, and they're pushing me like, boom, boom, get out of here, get out of here.
Were they
I'm
with
not
him?
sure. They're with him. Yes, they're with him.
Okay.
And I'm telling him to come here, come here, come here. And, you know, he's being aggressive and so on, and the girls are pushing me. So I pushed one girl out the way, and I said, come here, let me talk to you. And all of a sudden, a guy that's with the party as well comes over, and he starts choking me in my neck, like squeezing really hard.
Okay.
So then, like, I'm trying to push the guy off me as he's choking me and so on and so forth, and then that's when the security comes and breaks it up. The security escorts him, the guy that initially started the assault, and the two females. There was two females there. One was being very aggressive. So there was one guy who actually like physically put his hands on me. I'm not really worried about the first guy who just like pushed me. I'm not, a push is a push. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm not really worried about it. If somebody was
Give me
actually...
1 second, please. Who's making that request? Okay, he just needs somebody to go down to the BHH and get a status? We have anybody logged on to Quebec 59? Okay, so we can make contact with him so we can figure out this. Okay, so you weren't worried about the first guy, but you were worried about the second guy who put his hands on your throat.
Right, because he like physically like tried to harm me. You know what I mean? So the first guy, I'm not worried about a push. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm like, a push. I'm ready to leave, but you know, as I'm trying to leave, these girls are like getting in front of me, and I'm like pushing one out the way.
Are they saying anything to you?
They're saying whatever, and you know, just I couldn't even decipher what they were saying because everything was happening so fast. There's like 5 of them, and there's like 1 of me.
Okay.
So as this guy's like, you know, scuffling with me, I'm trying to push him off of me. The security comes and he parts us with no problem. The security guys escort the entire party out of the establishment.
Including you?
No, I stayed inside. So they
just that part that was being aggressive with you.
right.
They got
So
it.
everybody was explaining like, yeah, he didn't do anything, whatever, so on and so on. And the security guard that actually works the establishment even explained. So I'm standing there, but then I was like feeling, you know, assaulted. So I said, you know, I want to press charges. So the officer came back in. The officer asked me to come outside. I stepped outside into the sidewalk.
I apologize. You said 22 at Duncan? Right, 26. Sorry, I'm the only sergeant here tonight, and I gotta listen to the radio. Okay, so officer comes in, makes contact with you inside the bar, and asks you to step out.
Correct.
What happens from there?
So I walk into the sidewalk, we're, you know, talking and stuff, and then I step into the street in between two parked cars, and we're talking, just me and the first officer. And we're talking, I'm explaining to him, you know, the story, and then at the end of my story,
Okay.
I'm explaining that I want to press charges against the guy who choked me